AT. Wait, what the heck? I don't know if I put it live or not. I don't know. I don't know if it's unlisted or public. Dang it, I put it public already. All right. Well, ATFers, for the people that are gonna watch this later for whatever
I don't know if
reason,
I put it live or not. I don't know.
just excuse me.
I don't
for
know
a
if
couple
it's
minutes.
unlisted or
I'm gonna
public.
be silent.
Dang it, I put it public
already. Forgive me for that.
All right.
Well, ATFers, for the people that are gonna watch this later for whatever
I don't know if
reason,
I put it live or not. I don't know.
just excuse me.
I don't
for
know
a
if
couple
it's
minutes.
unlisted or
I'm gonna
public.
be silent.
Dang it, I put it
so
public already.
forgive me for that.
Alright,
Well, ATFers, for the people that are gonna watch
I'm
this
no
later
longer
for
in a
whatever
relationship with the original
reason,
reason. I don't know.
just excuse me.
I don't
for
know
a
if
couple
it's
minutes.
unlisted or
I'm gonna be
public.
silent.
Dang it, I put it
so
public already.
forgive me for that.
Alright,
Well, ATFers, for the people that are gonna watch
I'm
this
no
later
longer
for
in a
whatever
relationship with the
reason,
original
reason,
I don't know.
just excuse me.
I don't
for
know
a
if
couple
it's
minutes.
unlisted or
I'm gonna be
public.
silent.
Dang it, I put it
so
public already.
oh my gosh, forgive me for that.
Alright,
Well, ATFers, for the people that are gonna watch
I'm
this
no
later
longer
for
in a
whatever
relationship with the original
reason, just excuse me.
I don't know if it's unlisted
Well,
or
well,
public.
well.
Dang it, I put it public already.
It's too late for that, isn't it?
Mr. Jones and me. Look into the future.
With the original
I don't know if it's unlisted
Well,
or
well,
looking at me.
ARJR. It's too late for
what's
that,
up,
isn't it?
man?
I didn't silence myself. ARJR is in the house. I want to say thank you to ARJR. We absolutely missed his presence in the stream yesterday. And then he showed up today, sometime throughout the day. I can't remember what I was doing. I think I might have been eating some boiled eggs. And then I saw a notification come through from ARJR. Oh, no. This was earlier. I think I saw that when I woke up. He's an early riser. ARJR goes around waking up the roosters. And he threw 50 big ones down in the PayPal saying, hey, I'm an ATFer. You know, because he wasn't able to join us live in the moment yesterday. He's like, hey, I'm joining now. And then just supporting like that after the fact is crazy. Thank you. DB9206, El Tronado, Rob's neighbor. What's going on? I hear Till Grandmasters. Yeah, I finally got it. It's so dumb. I don't know why that happened. Am I schizophrenic? If so, it's not because of this stream. What's up, Richard Diorio? What's going on? It's the thoughts in his beanie. I got a looper. I'm trying to do some funky tracks like George Harrison. I got a loop pedal. Did you get a new light? The set is brighter. I'm playing around with some things. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I don't like it. I don't like how it looks right now. I've been doing some research and talking with it was with Moss actually, because the dude has got a fantastic setup. And I was trying to ask him about lighting. He was telling me how you have to get this whole, like, that's when my green screen wasn't working. You got to get this whole setup where you got to get a light from there, light from there, light from there. And they all pretty much got to shoot at it. Because if you just got a light from here, then you're going to have crazy shadows. If you just got a light from here, they got to, like, all complement each other and cancel each other out. So it's not a shadowy, crazy mess. And I'm playing around with a couple things here, but I don't like it. I'm not liking it. So at some point, I need to figure that out. I was also, how's it going? You know, every day it's crazy, man. Every day I feel like like I'll have you know how like when a fighter loses their fight And then they're like, it's all. I'm not talking about like Ronda Rousey or Connor or something like that. I'm talking about when a fighter like, dude, like Max Holloway, he handled it well, man. When a fighter like that loses, and then you see them. I mean, obviously they're crushed, but I can't see my hand in front of me. Like, obviously they're crushed, but then they'll say something very mature and put together. Like, you know what? It's all good. It was his night. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna work on some stuff. And I'm like, dang, okay. So I feel like every once in a while, I'll have a night where it 100%, that day for whatever reason, 100% felt like I didn't win that one. And I'll have like a little moping session. Like not every day is like that. I don't want to give you the wrong idea. I'm not like trying to be like what the heck is that dude's name? It's gonna drive me crazy. Let me look it up. I don't want you to think that 24/7 I'm walking around like Eeyore, but when I have those days, so here's how I operate most of the time. One of like my defense mechanisms, one of the things I do often if I'm going through something or I'm having a rough time about something, I will 100% just block it out. Just like, for example, I think I mentioned this to you guys, like when I had to sell my house. To this day, months later, I still refuse. I won't drive by it. It's like it's dead to me. I can't handle thinking about it. It's like I'm just gonna like I'm not gonna deal with it. It's I put there's a wall there. I don't need to. I know this is not healthy, but I'm just saying in my beanie, I don't even need to address that because I can't even. What do you mean? What's on the other side of that wall? I don't know. So it's like I just didn't even exist. Moving on. Just like I would do when I was selling cars, that was terrible. It was a rough time, but I was like, hey, how can I help you? But I'll have what I'm trying to get to, and I'm taking way too long is, when I do, and we all have difficult nights, but when I have a difficult night, I kind of have this pattern where it'll be hard in the moment, like when I'm struggling with something like, for example, if I'm working on a video and it fails, doesn't go right. If I uploaded a video and it tanked, if I'm trying to stream or do whatever and I could see, yeah, what am I doing? My platform, my channel's dead. I need to start over, do whatever. I'll be bummed out in the moment. And then like once I turn this off, walk out of here, then I'm like, you know what? Dead to me. And I'll have dinner. I'll do whatever, play with the kids, whatever it is. And then when they go to sleep, when that time's over, then it's like, okay, now I'm gonna put on Kill Tony. I'm gonna put on a podcast, something to listen to, some white noise in the background, and just kind of think about everything. And yeah, I put on stuff to think. I can't just think with no noise. So I'll put it on, and I'm like, what went wrong? What could I do? How can I recalibrate? So I have that moment in the moment where it's difficult, it's frustrating. Then right after that, I block it out, never happened. And then after that, now I'm kind of moping about it. No. I skipped a level. I'm listening to stuff and I'm just moping. Maybe I'm doing some laundry, cleaning up a little bit, having a third dinner. And I'll just be listening to a podcast or something, just sulking, just feeling sorry for myself, you know. And then after that, I'm like, what am I? You know, what is this? What am I doing? I'm gonna figure this out. Then I spend like another hour or two, like this is what I'm gonna do tomorrow, and then I'm gonna do that, and then this is gonna work, and then I know this is a good idea. I'm gonna try that, and then I stay up late obsessing over it, and then I wake up late, and then I get a late start, and then I'm trying to do these things that I had a good idea about, and then when I'm doing them, they're not coming together like I thought they would, and then I'm getting distracted because I'm getting phone calls and texts, and then I need to do this, and then this person came over, and I need to do that, and I was trying to do some different things today. I was sending some emails today. I was sending an email today that that caused me to look at some of my old videos to kind of do a little bit of an audit. And I started I watched you know, that whatever you want to call it, I refer to it as a proof of concept. That video that I did where I stabbed Flaco, where it's not a little, it's not like a short film. It's not like an episode 1. It was kind of just like a little one-off kind of. It was kind of like a demo, like what it would be like if I had the ability to make a movie or a TV show or something like that. Some people thought that that was like episode 1 or like that was the movie. And if I got the ability to just kind of put everything on pause and just make it, then it would be that idea more fleshed out. But that wasn't it at all. Like if I made the movie, it would look nothing like that. The storyline or nothing would resemble that. It's just called a proof of concept, where it just gives you the general idea what kind of humor it has in it, what kinds of characters, what kinds of things they run into. I watched that video, and then I watched the video where I went to Flaco's house and he had Macho Man in his hair. And then I was watching that one that I did a long time ago, that short where I was like the Kung Fu guy and I did the Max Flute, and I was like bleeding from the eyes and the ears and everything. And the one where I was like a Kung Fu guy, and then the other one was just me, and then I like beat myself up like Jim Carrey. I was watching those, and I don't know. I just feel like it tells me a lot when I watch those. It tells me a lot. Like, it tells me that that's what I want to do. It tells me that that's when I have the most fun. And when I look at the comments, I repeatedly see things like different variations of people saying stuff like, this is what brought me to the channel. This is why I have stayed subscribed all this time. I'm just waiting for something like this to come back. Like if I were to listen to those comments and really take them serious, I would think like that I would discover that's the key. All these lingering 300,000 subscribers that have kind of disappeared, they're waiting to see the resurgence of the actual Mexican martial arts, not just talking about Patty Pimblett, you know, and, you know, Dustin Gaethje and Dana White. So I was thinking about sending out some emails and trying to see about making stuff like that possible on a more regular basis. The thing is, I mean, even when I was doing maybe, I mean, it's easy to romanticize the past and be nostalgic, you know, because even when there's a reason I stopped doing that. nobody was watching those either. You know, even when I go back and look at the one where I stabbed Flaco, the long version, that's like the full thing, has like 17,000 views. The shorter one, that's like even more of a demo to show people, has 23,000 views. I put up a video the other day talking about some random offhand joke I told in a live stream, and uploaded that, and it gets like 40,000 views or whatever. So it's like, I don't know. It's hard to know what to believe. Because I read those and people are like, this is what I'm here for. This is the best. This is better than stuff on Netflix. You got to do more. And then I'm like, but what if I do more and you don't come back? What if I do more? What if I find the time, get a hold of Flaco, have him figure out his schedule, pay Flaco, do all that, figure out the resources, equipment, whatever, gets 5,000 views. The thing that just kills you is the social proof. Because the things that me and Flaco can make together, I will put that up against anything. And mine could have 12 views, and I could put it up against something with 300,000 views, and I'll be like, yeah, ours is better. But people are just like brainwashed by the social proof. What I mean by that, social proof is when somebody looks at something and it appears to have the thumbs up of the masses. You come across a random video and it has 1 million views, and you're like, oh, this must be a good video. You come across a video and it has 800 views, and you're like, oh, this must be a bad video. That's just the way people think. Just because of a vote yesterday, people think that pit bulls are a good dog. That was so messed up of Robert, by the way. That was so messed. I don't know if you're in here, Robert. I was like backing him up the other day and supporting him and empathizing with him and saying I feel for him. And then he pops in the stream yesterday and brings up the whole thing all over again and makes me the bad guy. I was like, what the heck, bro? What was? I remember when I got off the stream, I was like, wait a minute. That was kind of dirty, bro. I was all supporting him in the other stream, and then he comes and brings it back up, starts beefing with me. Say goodnight to the bad guy. I love you, J Smash, but I'll till the wheels fall off, bro. The how they are raised argument is never going to be a good argument because people can't even raise their kids right. That's putting too much faith in the owner. The fact that, I don't know if you could quite call that a straw man, but it's like the fact that it relies on the owner is already like, bad argument, don't get the dog. It's just like a four-way stop. That's putting too much trust in humanity. You can't trust people to do the right thing. People are stupid. Nina and Armin official. Wait, what happened? I saw it, man. Did you see that weird video with Nina Chama and Pereira? And he's like walking around with her, and there's like bad guys in the gym or something, and then it cuts to some footage of like, I don't know if it's Planet of the Apes or what. It's some kind of gorilla, and he's like using another gorilla or a person or something to like as a weapon to like beat up people. And then it comes back, and all these dudes are knocked down, and Pereira's like dragging Nina Chama. Like the implication is that he used her to beat up people. And then he comes across Sean Strickland, and then Sean Strickland is like fighting him. He's like, ah! And I'm like, dude, how did they get Sean Strickland to do that? Like, you think he wouldn't stoop to that level? And then I was thinking maybe it was AI? Because, guys, did you guys see that short with Sean Strickland? It was like an AI thing, and he was going into some dark room, and it was showing like all the victims of Chamoyev, and then Chamoyev was down like, doing that thing like where he's gonna come out and get him. I don't know. Armin's weird, man. I don't like I told you, I'm getting that Sarukian fatigue. He's getting hard to support, man. It's kind of cringy, especially if you really like. Does he actually have a wife or not? It's very weird, like how he'll just flat out disrespect her like that. Man. Hating Adesanya isn't as sweet when he's losing, but don't worry, if he wins, he'll do some cringy stuff. Always D-Life. I don't know, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I know I'll annoy a handful of people in here. I was even thinking of changing the title. Because I just don't care right now, man. Like, off the beanie, and I don't want to be held to this because I'll say it over and over. I did not do my MMA long division because it's like when I do those, I make a video. I'm in a bad cycle right now because here's the thing. There's a fight coming up, right? There's a couple fights coming up. There's the Adesanya fight and there's the Jiri fight. And those are kind of the ones that people are like, who's winning? And the way I do my MMA long division, what's the point of doing it? I'm going to make a video, right? I'm going to do my MMA long division. I'm going to make a video and let people know how I think. And then when I start thinking that, like when I'm on the cusp of watching all the videos and doing all the research like I was going to do the other day, I had that moment and I was like, why? Nobody's going to watch it. So then I'm like, no. And I just didn't do it. And because I didn't do that, it's like I don't even want to give a pick now. Because if I'm wrong, I'm going to be annoyed because I should have kept my mouth shut because I didn't even do my due diligence. And if I'm right, doesn't really mean as much. Maybe there was a little bit of perception there and something based off of observations, but it's 50-50. I've already said it. I've already put it out there off the beanie for different reasons. I'm thinking Pfeiffer and I'm thinking Olberg. I didn't do my MMA long division though. Didn't put in the time. There's been fights this year that I've done that with, and I feel fully invested. And when I was right, and I was right every time, it felt good. And I just am not, I don't know. You got to compare your life to everyone that has ever been alive in the last 10,000 years. What the heck does that mean, bro? That makes it worse, dude. What is that thing? Comparison is the thief of joy or something like that. I think that's what makes people depressed often, when you're comparing yourself to others. You start thinking of like 57 different people and you're like, dude, I wish I was all of them instead of me. Disco golf hutch, snoochie boochies. J Smash. Can you tell us when you told Flacco what Flacco means? I think it was I'm about 80% sure it was when we shot that thing where I stabbed him. I'm about 80% sure. That's what my memory tells me. It might have been before that, but I'm almost positive that's when it was. We were sitting around eating and kind of talking about the old times, and I'm almost positive that's when it was. But I remember whenever it was, he was like, what? Like, what the heck? That's what it means? I'm like, dude, you didn't know this whole time? Would you it was just like nonsense or what? It never even occurred to you, like, that it might mean something. It wasn't like just a name like Sam or something like that, you know. I figured he would have known, like when you use Mexican slang or like names like that, they usually mean something, you know. What's up, Army? You remember that Michael Fieri? Man, I watched it last night and I was like, dude, this was peak, bro. This is what I need to be doing. But that's the kind of stuff I should have done. I should have started doing that when I was like 16, bro. You can't do that nonsense when you got a family and just start it from scratch out of nowhere and be like, this is going to work. And the platforms are just so unforgiving, man, because what they're able to do, they're able to take just enough from everybody. You know how like when people are working and the employers know how to manipulate it so that the employees don't get overtime? I remember I had a couple different jobs where they would, and I might say this incorrectly. If there's somebody from HR in here or whatever and they have an understanding, this might sound incorrect. But I remember I had at least a couple jobs where they would do stupid stuff like only let me get like 29 or 30 hours a week or something like that so that you couldn't get overtime or so you couldn't get benefits or whatever. That I can't remember where the bar was. It might be different in different states. But I remember they would do little strategic things like that just to kind of burn you. And I've noticed the social platforms do a very similar thing where, and it's just enough to keep you hooked. Like, things will be terrible for me, terrible. And then like maybe like once a month, maybe a couple times a month, something will get like a good amount of views. And it's like, oh, snap. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Like it's my time. And then the next video tanks and tanks and tanks. The next one's bad. And then 2-3 weeks later, another one does good. It's like, oh, snap. I'm back on the radar. And I feel like, and I've experienced that on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, even Facebook, everywhere. And it's like the platforms are smart enough to take just enough from like every different creator, just enough so that, I mean, imagine if all the creators took off and they all got rich, the platforms would go broke. So it's like maybe they pick and choose, or I don't know how the people that do make it, whatever. But it seems like what I've observed, it's piecemeal for everybody else. You could have a little bit of success every once in a while just to keep you looking for the cheese, you know? So it's like I couldn't just on a daily basis be like, I'm gonna make a silly video, be the kung fu guy with the toilet paper mustache and all that, because, you know, one day it'll get 100,000 views and the next day you get 2,500. And it's like, what the heck, bro? Angel Padilla. What's up, Tio Beto? What's up, man? What's up, man? A remake? A reboot? The next generation? Have fun being goofy in some shorts again. The Real Dojo will watch and love. And then Mike Alfieri, I was thinking about it earlier today. What if I just take that big old leap, you know? I just trust in the fact that that's what the people want. And I'm like, hey, Flaco, let's do this again. And we start putting MMA videos on here again. Then it's like, well, shoot. If I do that and we do Mexican kickboxing, Mexican capoeira, Mexican 10-planet jiu-jitsu, whatever, you know, then it's like, okay, then I'll have to start another channel to put UFC news to fall asleep to over there, because those two things cannot coexist on here. YouTube is like makes it clear you can't confuse your audience like that. And then it's like, okay, and then if I'm gonna be live streaming, I gotta put that on another channel. Like all these things eat each other alive. And then it's like, dude, if I start UFC news to fall asleep to or streaming on other channels and they're not monetized, it's like, what the heck, dude? I'm starting like 10 years ago again. Yeah, you're right, J Smash. The problem is I'm afraid of what I might find out. Can we get a super cut of the stuff you love all in a big video? That would be fun. There's a bloopers video I've been trying to edit for you guys for like 3 months already. It's just I wish I had more of me, man. I could be my cameraman. I could be my editor. I mean, remember Mike Alfieri a few months ago? Remember I made like a greatest, or what are the best moments, greatest hits, or fun. I try to put some of my favorite moments, and I was doing like volumes 1, 2. I never got past volume 1. I was like, dude, this is a beast. This is too much. So I mean, I like the idea, but I don't know. Thanks, dude. Shoot, where are we at? Yeah, you're right, Jessica. You're right. It's scary. He's going to be on his bike tomorrow night. Adesanya's going to be on his bike tomorrow night, running around trying to win with point fighting. He's trying to trick everybody and act like he's going to come out. He's going to have a fever. And the only cure? The only cure is he's going to pretend that it's blitzing, but he's going to run. Angel Padilla.
Whose hot dog is this?
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Whose hot dog is this? Angel Padilla, have we had this conversation before? What do you put on your hot dog? Do you put ketchup? Do you put mustard? Do you put ketchup and mustard? What's up, Andrew? Love you, Jessica. I appreciate you very much. Very special in the community.
Amazing.
I mean, that's like saying, I mean, is this a bad? No, I don't see. Here's the problem. You can't set people up the wrong way. Framing is so important because then people will go, yeah, it is a bad example. It's not. I think it's important to be super dramatic with illustrations and examples so that people get it and, you know, you don't mince words and no time is wasted. I feel like that's saying, you know, just be a responsible owner. That's like saying, okay, should we give responsible people, like, could we all agree that like AIDS is a bad thing? It's like dangerous, right? Like, I don't think anybody wants it. I feel like you probably don't want to really be in a close proximity, right? You probably get a little bit nervous. People don't even want to sit next to somebody that has a cold, right? So it's like, would you say AIDS is fine if the owner is responsible? It's like, I think it's objectively undesirable. I don't think it's an ownership issue. I think some things are objectively undesirable. And I'm just trying to stress to you that the ownership argument is weak. Because you have to look at the thing on its own. AIDS on its own. The breed of dog on its own. Having a grenade in your cargo shorts on its own. What else? The act of stink palming on its own. Like, if we have to rely on humans to be the thing that makes it work, it's like, do we not know how stupid and flawed humans are? If the human is the thing that we're depending on to make this work, let's not entertain this then, because humans are morons. Recon. Recon is blessing somebody in the neighborhood.
Cause I got all my homies with me.
Is that an L or a I? It always confuses me. It's either a capital I or a lowercase. Laura? Is it lowercase? Laurel case. I don't know why, like, for the first time ever, I was trying to break it up in my mind. And, like, you know how sometimes when you actually think about something you've been saying forever, you slow it down, you start to second guess it. Laura case. Who's Laura? What the heck does that have to do with anything? Uppercase and lowercase? But I think I'm a jinx. I'm a jinx one. Welcome to the family, bro. Thank you, Recon 4863. I saw her in Dylan Dennis. He put her in a banana split. Yeah, I saw that, dude. I saw that. That used to be my favorite wrestling move. I almost quit wrestling because they used to make us train with some of the girls, and you know, it got embarrassing a few times, you know? It was not cool. Yeah. I agree, Juice Box. I guess maybe Strickland needs that money, man. Just that capitalism supersedes all, you know? And Armin even has kids, dude. Maybe that's just his goal. He's just trying to get more kids by any means necessary. The Chihuahua. I mean, I can't. It's hard to argue with that one, man. J Smash, yeah. The Chihuahuas, I mean, it's fortunate that they came out with the little frame that they did, man. It's like they're trapped in there. God said, chale, you guys aren't getting anything bigger than this. I mean, Armin, he does seem like a highly intelligent dude. He seems like he knows what he's doing. He clearly knows how to game the system. He clearly knew how to go on his world tour and make everybody like him. But still, man. Like, when I'll listen to certain podcasts and you hear like these dudes talking about different ladies and their bodies and talking about how this lady's so hot, and I'm like, dude, even if your lady's not watching, like, you don't just feel gross operating like that. I mean, I don't know, man. I guess when you're an entertainer like that, it's like, it's kayfabe for you, you know? It's acting, but dang. So he's acting like Rampage, because that's like the same stuff Rampage was doing. That aura. I feel like dogs could sense that, Mike. Like, when you're just like, I feel like they could sense when you're comfortable around dogs, when you like them, when you're not filled with fear, when you have like a authoritative presence. Yeah, I feel the same way. I agree with that, J Smash. They tend to be more dependable than human beings. Rampage's buddy owns that gym. Bear, yeah. He's the one that gave Armin the idea for the food videos and more. Helped him turn his personality to 11. It makes sense, man. It blows my mind that dude Bear. I mean, I guess, shoot, man. Maybe he's acting. Maybe he acts like he's an idiot, but he's a genius. Flaco means skinny. Yeah. Dang, yeah. Some of those dudes just never learn, Army. Andy Hotelings. Andy Hotelings. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Andy Hotelings. Andy Hotelings. I don't know why I was putting the S at the end, bro. It's probably because I'm super blind, and I thought the 6 was an S. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for supporting what I do here, which is just have, mental breakdowns, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Instead of me paying a therapist, you're paying me. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Love you, J Smash. I thought about building it up with just shorts. So you guys already know I do some local side jobs sometimes, and I'll write scripts and act in these local marketing promotional videos and stuff. I've been talking with the homie Alejandro from Voto Studios about maybe getting some more of that work from some different companies. And maybe if I could get that to pick up and get some income, then I'll have the freedom and ability to make shorts like that. Because shorts don't pay, bro. I could put up a short and it'll get 1 million views and I'll probably get $30. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. I think I've showed you guys this before. I don't remember. Which one was it? I like this song. I mean, it was a different time. I know that they always say things change, the algorithm has changed, we're evolving, but how long ago was that? What the heck? What the? Where is it at? Don't worry about me. Just talk amongst yourselves, please. Did I click on the wrong thing? What the heck? Why is it acting crazy? Oh, shoot, man. Am I going to miss it? I don't know what's wrong with all these thumbnails. They're spazzing out on me. What the heck, dude? I did miss it. I don't know how to turn it off. Oh my gosh, ridiculous. Oh, here it is. Okay. Look it, so you guys know that I'm telling the truth, all right? Dang, it finally cracked it. You know that video that I had that was at 9 million something forever? It finally cracked it. I It has over 10 million views now, so that's cool. But let me show you what I'm talking about here. You know what a 10 million view short gets you? Look at this. It's got in 10,000,008 views, and it made me less than $80. Imagine if I uploaded a short every single day. Every day, and it got 10 million views a day, which even Mr. Beast doesn't do. I don't think so. 10 million every single day. I'd make $80 a day. I should go work at McDonald's. I'd make more. Way more. This is twisted, bro. And then all those 28,000 subscribers that came from that one video, they're not watching these videos because they just want to see videos with me and Flaco pushing each other and him saying, look, my finger. Híjola. know what you're thinking, but I'm not your property. Oh, I just got an email from Angel Padilla. Oh, that was by design, bro. I apologize. I had to take a quick call, and it ended up not being quick. I apologize for my time away. I apologize. I'm very sorry. I'm not my best. I'm not my best right now. Pfeiffer's honestly pretty mid. Here's the thing, Andy, and it's no secret. I have never been a Adesanya fan, not even close. I've been a Adesanya denier for a long time. I keep saying the same thing. I just keep looping my same sentiments. I think he seems resigned. We've seen him before like this, when he's resigned, when he's like, and then we've seen him when he's on and blah blah frozen like Elsa. Blah, blah. He's not that guy right now. I don't know if he already knows his fate or he just whatever. He's a DJ now and he's just trying to finish the. I don't know how many fights is on the contract. I don't know, but when you just, and I know it seems lame to do the whole, body language analysis kind of stuff, but when you look at Pfeiffer and where he's at in his career right now and the intent behind everything that he's doing and what he wants to execute right now, and then Adesanya just like, it's like, dude, you're in the wrong. I mean, so much of this game is the mindset. He just doesn't seem like that guy right now. I'm that behind Recon. Yeah, I think it would have to be extracurricular. I think I'm going to have to find something else to do in the meantime. He definitely does have those heavy hands. He's just got that. I mean, again, I know it's like the laziest form of MMA math right now to just throw that out there. To be like, oh, look, Adesanya or Imama. But it's just like, you look at the dude's style and the way he's going to come at him. And Adesanya has never done well with that when it's somebody that has a reasonable enough IQ, when there's at least some sort of intelligence behind what they're doing. Oh no. Oh no. What is happening? Chi-Town style only mustard, no ketchup allowed. Mayo. Dude, AJ Smash, I do like a good street dog from like Wiener Schnitzel, where it has like the bacon and the mayonnaise and frankly, I don't want to know what's on there because it might gross me out. But there's a lot of stuff on there. Like back in the day, I wouldn't. I remember I actually have a relative. I have a relative that that would put mayonnaise on their hot dog, and I thought, this is because they were incarcerated. This is one of the habits they learned there. And I was never outspoken about it. I was like, okay, whatever. To each their own. Acts of obscenity and depravity. Are you saying that because you thought I wouldn't be able to respond? People don't respect the streamer. I'm telling you, bro. The streamer is without honor in his own dojo. When did he get het gold? Okay. I try to put everything that is available to me on my hot dogs: chili, ketchup, mustard, onions, relish, hot sauce. I'll put it this way. I like to have a hot dog with my onions. I love onions. I love hot sauce too, but that combo kind of throws me off, man. Dude. Oh my gosh. You can't oh my gosh. I have to whenever I find myself at a crossroads, at a fork in the road with people in 2026, I have to remind myself of what kind of people exist today. And I have to remind myself that it's not worth it. It's not worth the expended energy. I have to remind myself of who I'm dealing with. Wow. Yes, I need to add that, Angel. Dogs could smell emotions. That's crazy. I didn't even know I held all my emotions in my butt. That's so weird to think about. Do you think that's why people are always looking at each other's butts? Like, they don't even know, but it's like on a subconscious level. They're trying to read the other person's emotions. It ain't even lustful. So there could be a dude sitting at the mall and his lady catches him. He's like, honey, I'm just very in touch with emotions. On a general level, you know, I'm just in touch with all the emotions within my atmosphere. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I mean, when you think about it, that's kind of a nice, safe place to keep your emotions in, a like kind of a private place, you know, kind of a secure area. Oh, start the elote stand. Me so corny. Me so corny. Me feed you long time. Yeah, I mean, it just shows you, Mike, like I could literally do a 10 million view video every day, and that's what it would be like. Is that after they get their cut? It has to be, because I don't ever, I guess I'd have to put it this way. That's what the YouTube studio's view is. I've never seen, like, there's no view where it shows you, and maybe for good reason, because it would be even more depressing probably if I saw that. But I've never seen a view where it shows, here's what it is before we took stuff out. So we're just totally in the dark about it. I don't know. Like, sometimes I'll do a stream and people are just, you know, throwing down and being generous and whatever. And it's like, I have no clue what was donated. I'll find out maybe 36 hours later most of the time till it updates, and then it'll tell you, here's what we're giving you. So you never really know. I worked at McDonald's 20 years ago. I still get clowned about it. Why would anybody clown about that? I remember when I was selling cars, there was a dude that came with his brother to buy a car, and the dude, I know I've told this story before. One of the dudes worked at Wiener Schnitzel, and bro, he was like a celebrity to me. I was asking him all the questions. I was asking him about the different things I order, and the heck? What you talking about, dude? What? Yeah, I think that's cool, man. Like, I had a customer one time that worked at Starbucks, and I was asking her, how should I order this, and what should I say for that, and how do you make this drink? And I think that stuff's cool, man. Um, do, 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 do. Dude. I'm barely reading when the sound was on mute. I need to skip forward. Thank you, ARJR. And congratulations, JCOH TV, for getting a membership. You are now within the gates of the deep, dark web of the Mexican martial arts. What's up, Heartless? Shoot, man. What's up, Meat Rocket? Shoot, man, this is not good. I need to get caught up. There we go. We're not even that far behind. There we go. I think you guys were letting me catch up. I don't even know what I said. What did I say that was random? Oh, are you talking about because somebody said that dogs could smell our emotions. I was like, that's why my dog's always trying to sniff my butt. She's trying to find out how I'm feeling. I was like, I didn't even know I held my emotions there. You know how they say you hold your stress like in your back and your shoulders and stuff? I didn't know I held my emotions in my butt. What the heck is this, man? Wow. Great. Thank you, ARJR.
We are family.
Thank you, bro.
Cause I got all my homies with me.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Emotions are measured by how tight or loose you're puckering. Anal retentiveness. Oh my gosh. I remember after McDonald's, I got a job making $8.75 an hour. I felt like a baller. Heck yeah, dude. I remember it was like what, like $6.75, something like that. 47 will be 48 this year. When I was 48, it was a very good year. Dang, for something, dang. 390. Oh, jeez. Let me Army, I encourage you to go out there and live your life, bro. I encourage you to go out there and see the world. And yes, I can't wait to see you for the fights, bro. Thank you for spending some time here while you were able to do so. What the heck is happening here? I want to say a big thank you to Mike Alfieri.
Amazing.
Mike Alfieri just donated $80, 80 big ones to the Cash App, and he said for 10 million more views with the winky face. Dude, the amount of funds that Mike Alfieri just smacked down is the equivalent of a 10 million view video. I feel like I just went viral. I might as well have just uploaded a 10 million view video. Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Well, shoot. I want to say thank you. I want to say a big thank you to the official prima of the Mexican martial arts, Marloca. Marloca slapped down $40 for them Costco weenies and says, Primo, sending you a big hug. PayPal is the best way to support my primo. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for your constant support, your faithfulness, your encouragement. And that's a fantastic idea, by the way. I used to do stuff like that back in the day. That's a good idea. Let me yes, I will that's a ridiculously generous idea. I will respond to that. Thank you very much. What the heck? Look at this generosity. Can't stop, won't stop.
Goes deep like the ocean. Amazing. So hard, grab the lotion.
I'm not surprised.
Might hit the 3 Stop the fight! Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
That's what I got to remind myself of. When things are going hard, I got to just say,
this isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
when everything is failing and I'm not getting views and I'm getting demonetized.
This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
You know what I need to do? I need to go to the Build-A-Bear workshop and build one for myself and put this in the little button.
This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
So every time I'm having a mental breakdown and I'm laying in bed at night and I'm contemplating everything and I'm feeling sorry for myself, I just squeeze the little teddy bear.
This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
And I tell myself, walk it off, walk it off. Just do better. Just be better. It's like I was saying the other day when people say stuff like styles make fights, or it's a bad matchup. It'd be like, hey, and I said, get better at fighting. Get more well-rounded. That's what I need to do. That's 5 million more views. Thank you again, Marloca. Thank you, Michael Fury. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh boy. ARJR, the kiss from a rose on the stream. La 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 la. Build a beanie. Oh, dude. If I had like good merch makers, we would do build a beanie. Thing stuff, bro. Hello, GM. Finished work early, so I was able to catch the stream. Much love. What's up, man? Thing stuff, bro. 7750. I'm glad that you're here. I think I'm on the other side of my mental breakdown, so I think the rest of the stream will be okay. I'm glad that you were able to join when you did. Jeez.
My flow goes deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, grab the lotion. I might hit the 3-wheel motion. Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
I want to give a big, heartwarming, emotional thank you to Tom Bout.
My flow goes deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, grab the lotion.
This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
Tom Bout says, love you, GM, with a bunch of smiley faces. And slap down 100 big ones. Like if they just lost a bet or something. I mean, what kind of people just throws down like that willy-nilly, you know? You don't see people that often do things out of the kindness of their heart like that. You know, people do stuff like that begrudgingly. People do stuff like that because they lost a bet. People do stuff like that because they forgot to pay that one ticket and they don't want to get their license revoked. People do stuff like that when one of their relatives is in a tough spot and they feel like they have to come through for them. Or so. You know what I'm saying? But this is just like, dude. And Tom Bout is like, it's not just, you know. Tom Bout has been in like the comment sections, been liking, I'm assuming hyping, doing the whole gambit, you know. Tom Bout, I mean, I'm in there responding to comments. I see Tom Bout popping up, and I'm like, thank you. That stuff goes such a long way. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tom Bout. Tom Bout did something like this not very long ago either. This is not an isolated incident, and I just want to make it very obvious how very thankful I am. It's consistent and it's powerful. Thank you. Gee whiz. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, boy. Okay. I don't want to give the wrong idea and be like, okay, now I'm motivated because of, that's just too, it's just like, those things they're gestures, they mean something. They're blessures. And it makes me want to like, sometimes I get caught in a trap of just being all down, feeling sorry for myself. But then when I experience stuff like this, it's like, dude, I need to find a way for, wanting to come through for the people to overpower how I'm feeling right now. Especially, when they do stuff like that, it's like, okay, I can't just stop and go lay in bed and listen to Radiohead. Now, I got to do something now. I got to produce. Thank you. If you make a Build-A-Bear, consider it bot. That would be funny, man. That would be funny. Doozy. We got a doozy in the chat. Why'd this happen? It's matched the Malora hour. Match the Malora hour. Marloca ahora. Dog emotions are definitely in their butts. Wait. Why'd this happen? It's match the Malora. Match the Malora hour. Marloca ahora. Match the Marloca ahora. Bro, I'm confused, dude. I'm confused right now. But I like it. They definitely got their emotions in their butts for sure, man. They're always in each other's butts. That makes sense. Cause like if gay dudes are just like really, really, really emotional, it's just like a manifestation of that, super high level of emotion, Huh. Thank you, Tom Bout. Thank you, Tom Bout. It makes me happy that it makes you happy. Because it would be so easy for me to be like to feel bad, like, dang, how they gonna survive now, Thank you. Thank you. I definitely feel relieved. So, does anybody know about the ONE FC event? Because I was going to try. I came in here with good intentions, man. I was going to try to be productive. And like watch ONE FC. And you guys told me yesterday that it's on Amazon, right? On Amazon Prime. So I went to Amazon and it was like the event has ended. Is it because they're like in Asia or something like that? Was it like way longer, or like does anybody in here actively watch ONE FC? Did it already end? Was it like this morning? And then I don't understand why it just said event has ended and that was it. I didn't even have like the opportunity to watch the replay or whatever, even just to make sure. So I don't know if maybe it says it has ended before it even starts. That's just what it says like by default when it's not currently live. I don't know. Do we have any ONE FC fans in here? Tio Beto shouting out Marloca. Marloca shouting out all the emojis. Shouting out some of the pillars of the community. I'm working on some merch right now that I'm pretty darn excited about. And I hope you guys feel the same way. I spent a crazy amount of time working on some of it today, and I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited. I hope it continues to go in the right direction. Interesting. I'm very excited about it. I discovered something today that I think is going to allow me to come up with a lot of stuff. I think it's going to be very fun. I'm surprised that I like it. But I think we're going in a good direction here. I've never seen ONE FC. You were probably here the other day talking about. I think you were, but either way, I think people were just trying to like give advice and support and be like, "Hey, nobody's covering ONE FC like on a regular basis. Be that guy. Cover it. Talk about it. Cover." PFL, whatever. Everyone's just so stuck on the UFC. So I was like, okay. And I was all ready to do it. And then I don't know how to do it now. I have a question. If you won a UFC match, what would your victory celebration be? Dude, same thing I tell Jesse Jr. And hold up. Hold that thought. Hold it tightly with both hands. Hold it tightly with both hands and use your legs. Don't use your back. I tell Jesse Jr. the same thing, because he's a great athlete, and I tell him, the first thing I tell him is you're welcome, but the next thing I tell him is I don't want to see you doing any of those stupid little emotes that I see other kids doing when they do something victorious or whatever. When you score, when you do your thing, go back down, head the other way, and get back to work. I don't want to see you throwing up some kind of signs with your hands, doing some kind of dancing, doing some Fortnite this and that, doing some. You score, you turn around, the game is still going. And if I whether it was UFC, whatever, if I score, I remember even when I would play like NBA 2K and stuff like that, and I do my creative player, it was NBA Live. it would even let you choose their disposition. Like, were they real aggressive? Were they calm? Were they always smiling? And mine would always just be like stoic, like just handle business. What's that dude's name? What's that dude's name that doesn't even like to play NBA and he likes to ride horses? Jokic, that guy. He ironically, I wonder if that's why he always just has such a unenthusiastic face. But his name is Jokic, and I mean, same thing. I wouldn't. There would be no celebration. It would just be like, yeah, that's what we came here to do, and that's it. I don't like when people act all flashy and flamboyant about stuff like that. ONE FC Friday night fights are Friday morning here in America. They're in the morning? The Friday night fights are in the morning. Friday morning fights. Dang it, man. So I missed my first Friday. Okay, Meek. Dude, maybe I'm stupid, okay? Because maybe some people will look right now and be like, bro, I just looked it up and found it out for you in 2 minutes. I spent some time today trying to figure out, okay, my time, PST, what time are the ONE FC events? And it kept popping up like it's at this time, PST, but then it also added another, I can't remember what the acronym was after that. And I was like, wait a minute. So then does that adjust it and it's not quite PST? So I'm trying to figure out, okay, does it come on the same time every Friday morning? And what time is that? Like if I'm in California, what time every Friday? Because I guess I'm stupid with stuff like that. I couldn't figure it out, man. I was so convinced that it was tonight at 8:30 based on what I saw on Google. ARGR says it's match Marloca. To match her. La hora loca. La hora loca de Marloca. Let's go. La hora loca de Marloca. Match the Malora. So that was a typo. Match the Marloca hour. Marloca ahora. Jeez, I apologize, Doozy. I apologize, man. Dude. Marco Leao. Dang, it kind of feels like a playoff of Marloca. That kind of twisted my beanie right now. Thank you, Marco. Orale GM, hope life's been treating you well. You make that spiritual channel yet? I'm waiting. Well, Marco, this is just another. This is just one more. Hey, fool, what are you doing? Hey, are you going to get on the right track? Hey, why are you waiting for your ducks to get in a row? There's not even nowhere for them to line up until you've built the foundation for this thing. What are you doing? This is just one more like, hey, wake up, dude. You know what? It's hard for me to say, Marco. It's tricky to respond to that, if life's been treating me well, because you know what? I got to admit, a great deal of the time, I ain't treating myself well. A great deal of the time, I'm the one at fault. So it's like I can't and shouldn't complain, because a lot of the things that I am experiencing frustrations from, it's like, I feel like that was my doing. I should have done things differently. But thank you, bro. I hope life is treating you well. And you know what? I woke up early today, and I woke up so early that I was even contemplating, am I going to carve out some time today? Is today going to be the day? I can't tell you guys how many times I've said that to myself when it comes to this new channel. Is today going to be the day? Am I going to sit there and watch some Hitchens and Dawkins and get the blood flowing? Okay. I've said that a few times at least already, and I keep doing the wrong thing. But I'll tell you, Marco, the next time I think that, I'm going to think of you, bro. Now I got somebody attached to that thought, and it's going to make me feel even more convicted, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce this. Is this Doctor? Dr. Amire. Dramire. Dr. D. Ramirez. D. Ramire. Ramire. Hey, I'm going to say every one so that one of them will be right. Dramire. Drawmeyer. Dr. Amire. D. Ramire. D. Ramirez maybe was taken. Thank you. Thank you very much for dropping down 50, man. 50 big ones. 50 big ones in the YouTube is saying a lot, man. 50 big ones in the YouTube is a big gesture, man. Thank you. Thank you, making all these colors pop up in here. And it's twisted, man. It's a twisted game. Because, and I've had the suspicion for a while, but then I started hearing it from people who would know. And I was like, okay, that's what I thought. That, I mean, obviously when people support with like Cash App and PayPal and stuff, it's amazing because it's instant and YouTube's not taking from it. But you know what happens when people give in YouTube? YouTube is like, wait a minute. And then YouTube starts pushing your channel because they want to make some money. So it's like, you know, it's also nice to see this colorful. It looks like we got some Skittles here in the chat. It's nice to see all this color. And that definitely puts, it gets some attention from YouTube. That's why a lot of streamers, you know, you'll see in these parts, we'll mostly see it with MMA streamers, but it happens with streamers of all sorts. When it starts happening, they start getting pushed like crazy. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for this. Thank you, Dr. Amire. Thank you very much for that generous donation. Thank you for the emojis. I hope that they represent how you're feeling right now, that you're having a good time, that you're laughing, that you're smiling. Thank you very much, Doctor. What's longer, Khabib's win streak or Ariel Hawini's nose? Ooh, Khabib's win streak. It has to be. It has to be. Dang. Technically, is Khabib's winning streak and Ariel Hawini's nose a Middle Eastern conflict? Dang. The doctor is in. I don't even know how Barry Sanders celebrated. I know, Marloca, it looks beautiful. Huh? Taste the rainbow. Yeah, the anti-celebration goes the hardest, you know. I think, look, and I don't even think about it like that, but I feel like for spectators, I think it's even, like for me, if I was observing, I would be even more impressed. I think that even, like, yeah, that goes the hardest. It's like, dang, that's how good, that's how bad this dude is. It wasn't even nothing to him. He didn't even have to emote. He's like, I do this all the time. You guys surprised? You guys surprised?
I'm not surprised.
Marloca, come on the train and ride it. Come on the train, it's a don't know train. Thank you. Thank you, Marloca. Jokic has that face because he would rather watch his horses race than play basketball. Shh. It's crazy, man. It's crazy to see. He's just so uninterested. 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Dang. You know what? Can you guys let me know? Does anybody in here right now have any idea if there's any YouTuber that covers that? Do you have the knowledge of this? Is there any YouTuber that wakes up that early and covers the ONE FC events on Friday mornings? Anybody? If there's not, I think I'm going to do it. I got to be that guy. Dang, that's early. It's in the morning. You watch during class? Dude, a ton, bro. A ton. I'm telling you, this era is worthless, Tronado. Moss and Jesse show has some great chemistry, dude. Dude, it's like the funnest thing I do right now. I love doing that show. I look forward to it. Whenever we just do it, I'm kind of bummed because I'm like, dude, we're not going to do that again for a whole other week. Thank you, bro. If you guys don't know what Melancholy is talking about, first of all, what's wrong with you? There's a new channel that I have with Moss from the MMA hosts. And we upload a new, about hour-long show every Monday. And then throughout the week, we release some clips, hopefully to try to drive people to it so it'll get some exposure. But thank you, man. It's fun. Thing stuff, bro. I said it earlier. I do not like to give... I know it's like the thing you're supposed to do on an MMA channel, and people definitely expect it. But I take it very serious because... I put a lot of work into my official predictions. A lot. And that's why when I give it, I'll be very precise with all the whys and why nots about who's going to win and not win. And that's why I take more pride in it when I'm correct, after the fact. If I just say, oh, I think this guy, and then they win, it's like, oh, okay, you had a 50-50 chance, bro. So... this time around, I have not done what I refer to as my MMA long division, where I go through it, chanclas on the ground, and really do my due diligence. I just simply didn't do it. I just haven't been in a good space. But I have already kind of been willy-nilly just throwing out there who I think is going to win. And if they do or don't, to me, it's going to be like, whatever. I didn't really do my proper research. I don't really want to live or die by it. But if I'm just going off the beanie, from what I have observed, I think it's gonna be Pyfer. ARJR, thank you, bro. We got Silent Rainstorm. We got Silent Rainstorm in here, and I didn't even hear him because of the silent nature of it. Thank you. Those tender, warm drops. Those bead-like drops. You know when it rains on you, it's real warm. And you're like, is there a bird going doo-doo on me right now? No, this is clear. Maybe the bird was drinking a lot of water. No, I don't think birds do it like that. Because I think birds pee and go doo-doo plessy at the same time. I think it's all like one, like watery type of mush. I don't even think it's possible for it to be clear. Marloca, AR. The mouth is almost... Oh, the month. I'm so blind. I'm so blind.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
AR, the month is almost over, pero what happened to March Madness?
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, and maybe not the next month,
Pero, I don't know, dude. How many... We got like 3 days left? I don't know. Dude, I need to write some scripts for the those commercials. Shoot. I definitely agree that there are levels, and we've all seen what Adesanya could do. Here's the thing, though. Absolutely, yes, levels exist. But those levels should have showed up and manifested against people like Sean Strickland. And, Dudu Plessis, I think, I feel like, no, I'm not even going to, no, not that one. I'm just going to be very safe and basic and say Adesanya should have been able to beat Strickland. And I think a lot of it was mentality and psychology. And I feel like it just seems like the same thing this time around. He does not seem to be in his warrior, aggressive, enthusiastic, ready to go mindset. he seems resigned, and Piper absolutely seems enthusiastic and ready to go and ready to progress and do his thing. And I know, I said it earlier, it sounds lame when people try to make their picks based off of body language and mental analysis and all that woo-woo stuff, as people would say. But, I mean, we've seen it. We've already seen how these things play out when they approach fights a certain way. I mean, we don't base these things off of nothing. ARJR pronounced Dr. Amir. Dr. Amir. How do you know? How did you know this? Are you guys friends? Are you guys friends behind my back? Dr. Amir. Thank you, bro. Legendary Gnome. Legendary Gnome, did you let the dogs out? Gnome, let the dogs out. You know what, Legendary Gnome? You know what I respect? I respect your commitment to bedtime. I respect that. I wish I could be that disciplined. I hope we see you tomorrow. Dang, Sean tried to call out Ilya in Spain. I don't even remember that. Khabib's win streak, how Weenie's nose or Connor's line. That's a tougher one. I think how Weenie's out of the race. Yeah, it's tacky, melancholy. Hey, melancholy potato. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Tom Bao. I love the Moss and Jesse show. Heck yeah. Well, I appreciate that even more, Tom Bao. You guys compliment each other because you have very different styles. I think he keeps you on track, and he... I resent that. Keeps you on track, and he adds the silly analyst. Wait, do you mean... So what do I do, melancholy? Because you said he does both things. He keeps you on track and he adds the silly analysis. So I just sit there and look pretty, melancholy. Is that what you're saying? But you both have good takes, which is the important factor. Melancholy. You know what? I've always resented it when I hear and it doesn't happen often. It does not. But you know the negative comments are the ones that stick with you, right? And very few and far between I've heard people, whether it was back on Below the Beanie or on a stream or whatever, every once in a while I'll see somebody leave a comment that says something like about needing to like have like defined segments or stay more on track or something like that. And I'm like, bro, no. I love, like, if I'm listening to a podcast, I seek out stream of consciousness. I don't want something boring. Here's this segment, here's that segment. No. I want the dude that I'm listening to in 1 second. He's talking about the topic that like that channel's about, the niche, whatever. And then 2 minutes later, he's talking about how one of his socks is missing. And he doesn't know what happened. And it kind of reminds him of these problems that he had from childhood with his parents. And then he's like talking about where he likes to eat food from. And then like who his favorite teacher was. And what that has to do with who he's dating now. And like I love when it's a whole journey and it goes all over the place. And I feel like I tend to do that naturally as well, because not only is that what I enjoy to listen to, That's how my brain works. I'll be talking about one thing and it'll make me think about something else. And then that'll make me think about something else. But I will say this. I've noticed it myself that I really, really appreciate what Moss brings to the duo, because he definitely has this like you're saying exactly, this kind of structure and way of formatting things that I would never do on my own. And it does make it so easy for me. Like, I feel like he kind of brings the fight. Moss brings the fight, you know? And I feel like he'll bring like the talking point and the whatever. And I'm like, oh, this is easy. Now I just get to riff off of this. Like, you know, he makes it easy for me, man. And I really do think that our styles play perfectly off of each other. Melancholy, I actually, there was a part of me that was tempted to do that, the Jiri thing, and I had to tell myself that this is a family show, and I had to choose not to do that. No, I see. Even when I was saying that, I wanted to. Even when I was saying that, shoot, where'd you go? Even when I was saying that, Dustin Nance, I didn't like that. I thought people might think that I was discrediting Strickland, because I've talked about it on here that does he fight like he talks? No, but he has a very, very challenging, strategic, immobilizing style. It is very strategic and very intelligent. So I definitely want to give him credit for that. It's just whatever it is that he does do, and he's had some impressive wins. And it's easy to make fun of him. People like to make fun of him, but you can't deny that what he does tends to work. But even that being said, I feel like what he does, and even when he does it well, I feel like Adesanya at his peak, at his, you know, on his A game, should have been able to beat that. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, it should have been a foregone conclusion, should have been easy night. I'm just saying at his peak, if he came in with the right, if he came correct, he should have been able to overcome that style. And I'm like, the fact that he couldn't do that, and you know, Pyfer is going to be more of a suffocating, I'm going to come at you to put you down kind of a fighter, but also being more composed than like a, you know, like a Rosenstrike or an early Nogano or something like that. I think it's going to be scary for Adesanya. The fights, I believe, start at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Yeah. Yo. Yeah, I mean, I try not to be too willy-nilly about it, too wishy-washy, and I don't like the term woo-woo, but yeah, like you're saying, Melancholy, there's a lot to it. We all see it, and then we end up being right a great deal of the time. There's a lot to the body analysis stuff and facial expressions and all that. Their behavior leading up. Shoot, the chat skipped on me. Shoot. That would be hilarious, Tom Powell. Dang, Melancholy, you're just a good looks. Dang, your jokes are silly, but beneath the surface, very well thought out. No, no, not at all, bro. It's funny because it's something that I've dealt with internally for a while. Because again, it probably wasn't even worth bringing up because it was like I might have seen like 3 comments ever saying that, compared to hundreds and whatever, thousands or whatever. And of course, those are the only ones that I'm thinking about and that bother me. But I just remember it stuck with me. Like, what the heck? Stream of consciousness is the best. So it's just something that's always in my beanie. But no, I get what you're saying. It seems like Moss is really good at giving you an in for on-the-fly jokes. Yeah, I was actually thinking about it the other day. That's like, dude, is this just like the perfect, most organic, like flawless, effortless, or is this dude like intentionally lobbying me? Like, it's perfect, man. It's perfect. Just like constant alley-oops. That's me. Going long time, bro. Wait, what's you? What's you, Rob's neighbor? Going long time, bro. That's me. I feel like I'm just reading parts of the conversation. Angel Padilla, another lifetime, one of toil and blood, when blackness was virtue and the road was full of mud, came in from the wilderness a creature, void of form. Come in, she said. I'll give you shelter from the storm. Oh my gosh, dude. Isn't this is Bob Dylan, right? Yeah. The reason it took me so long is because literally, Blood on the Tracks is where I started to kind of part ways with Bob Dylan. Because that's when his voice, I believe that was after his motorcycle accident, he started to sound weird. And I was like, what are you doing, bro? You sound like Kermit. I love it though, bro. I love it. I will always have a special place in my beanie for Bob Dylan, man. Dude, the Another Side of Bob Dylan album, dude, it's a beautiful. One of my favorite Bob Dylan songs is Song to Ramona. Ramona, come closer. Should softly your water behind. That's a beautiful album, man. I liked all of them, man, but the Times They Are a Changing album, dude, there's some crazy songs on there, man. Wait, what are we talking about, Fred? Am I that far behind? Yeah. I feel like we saw a little hint of that with Strickland, like toward the end of the Adesanya fight, Seven Plague, and like couple pockets in the Fluffy fight. But for the most part, it's like neep. Only against social media influencers. Yeah, I've always had that issue. Michael Fury. I remember experiencing that at school all the time. And you know what it's done to me? It's made me become like stone. Where now I went to the other edge because I was always super hyper aware of how I wore everything on my face, and now I'm just like out in the real world, and everyone just thinks I got nothing behind here. And it's because I'm trying to compensate. I'm overcorrecting. Supposedly Strickland has the highest, or had the highest, striking defense in the UFC. Yeah, I saw that video of him sparring with Pereira. They were like hard sparring a couple days ago. It might have. I saw someone in the comment section comment on how beautifully Strickland was parrying Pereira shots. And I was like, I gave it a second look and I was like, oh snap. He was doing a beautiful job. Not like just getting out of the way, but actually, I mean, it's high level. It is a high. See, people don't understand, man. People that just watch MMA, or that even just train MMA and never did like an actual traditional martial art, it's like they don't respect the art form of certain things like parrying. Parrying is so much more high level than head movement. Because head movement, okay, you're not there. Now, of course, head movement is ridiculously important. But what I'm saying is, so there's certain techniques, there's certain moves. Because, this is like one of the first things they'll teach somebody in self-defense. What's your greatest weapon? What's the greatest thing that you could utilize? Distance. Don't be there, right? If there's a threat, run away. It's not the time to prove yourself, not the time to have an ego, not the time to get a clip, go viral and show you kick someone in the head. If you're in danger, distance is your best friend, right? So that's kind of the concept. Like head movement is getting out of there. Distance, whatever way you're moving, blah, blah, blah. Parrying is that next level where now you're trying to make your defense become your offense. Now you're trying to find a pocket so that you could do something. Because if someone's swinging on you and you just use some head movement, cool. Now you're back to ground zero. Now what? Now what are you going to do? They throw a punch this way, you back up. Okay, cool, head movement. Now what are you going to do? They threw this way, you move your head. Okay, now what? A parry, you see them coming in and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. So now I could do this. I'm gonna go like this, so now I could go like this. Or I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go over, whatever it is. That's so much more high level to get in the pocket and start doing all this kind of stuff. And you're still there. You're not dodging, you're not evading, you're not out of there. You're moving in on them. You're saying, I'm gonna turn this into something that works in my favor now. And when I saw him doing that, I was like, dude, I got way more respect for him when I saw that. Because he was doing that with Pereira. And you know how Pereira trains, how he spars. And he's in there throwing. And Strickland's just like, parry, 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 parry. And it's like, dude, get out of there. Most people would be running back, backpedaling, backpedaling, backpedaling. And he's in there with his hands. He's in there. I mean, if you're parrying, you're not like this. If you're parrying, you're chopping that basically in half. He's in there playing around with that. It's crazy, man. He is higher level than people give him credit for. Strickland's record is no joke. He's arguably best DDP and was 100% robbed against Cannonier. Oh yeah. If he got both those wins, he's 32-5. Yeah. I think it's just people like to hate him, and there's just a lot of bias there. ARJR. GM, would you mind if I had your logo printed on a baby shirt and made my own dojo team build a pair? ARJR. I wouldn't mind if you... I wouldn't mind if you bought 10,000 shirts and put an MMA themed print on there and started selling them out of your trunk, homie. I wouldn't mind. I mean, if anyone has ever had carte blanche Dude, please. I mean, just the fact that, I mean, what a gentleman. Just the fact, you don't even need to ask, bro, but you're just a gentleman. Now, if anybody else does it, I'm feeling litigious. But ARJR, absolutely, bro. I can't stop thinking about girls. What does that mean, bro? Moss is what I thought Jesse on Fire would be. You know, I'm the golden retriever of the MMA community, you know? I believe I understand what you're saying. You know, some people just fit with certain people in a more organic way, you know? I know exactly what you mean, bro. I felt, you know how when Theo is on a podcast with Rogan and Rogan doesn't get anything that Theo's saying, and it's like, bro. Yeah. I feel like, yeah. I feel totally like, yeah, it's cool, man. Jess Reyes, no, I have not ever heard of that. Let me see. The only thing, though, man, YouTube gets so dumb about their guidelines. If it's like Street Beefs gets away with it because they have like the referee and kind of have really built a thing for themselves, you know, and they're able to get away with the guidelines because of that. But some of these other things, it's like YouTube will look at them as like street fights and will be like, chale. Can't turn off the audio. What the heck, bro? I mean, I guess it looks like there's a ref. Come on, dude. I'll leave the tab open, bro. I'll take a peek at it. See if there's any. Well, shoot. But you know what? I kind of stopped doing those breakdowns too, because I only made what, like 3 or 4 of them, but I mean I made 4 of them, but it didn't take long to be like, okay, this is stupid. It was pointless. Flaco's probably chilling at his pad right now, dude. He's doing good. He's working. He's being a responsible member of society. Bob Dylan is going to your town tomorrow, dude. Are you a big Dylan fan, though? I'll tell you this, Angel. I will always, forever regret, forever. I will always be bummed out about this. Hold up. I got to kill mosquito. I will forever regret the fact that when Tony Bennett came around, I could have seen him, man. He was so close. So close. And it was in the realm of possibility. I could have got tickets. And it's like, what am I doing, bro? Did I think he's like in his 30s? Like, I should have known. And I didn't go. And he passed away like within months. I will always regret that. I can't believe I could have seen that dude live. I want to be around to pick up the pieces. When somebody breaks your heart. Dude, I messed up, man. So I don't know if you're a big Dylan fan, but dude, if it's even in the realm of possibility, I mean, that dude's old, man. I wanted to go see Bruno Mars, pero dang, mejor lo pongo en la casa, todo lo queda.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, and maybe not the next month. Pero
I used to unintentionally mean mug people in public until my lady pointed it out. I was just thinking really hard. I have to tell Marilena all the time, dude, that she has a resting Marilena face, man. A while back, this was like weeks ago, we went to Red Robin, and she was sitting there like this. I was like, dude, they're gonna think I kidnapped you or something. Change your face, homie. You need to do one of these. It was crazy. And she's like, that's just my face. And I was like, I know. That's the problem. Come on, man. Oh, my chat is going crazy. I can't even scroll. I trained at the same gym Strickland started at, and the ethos on grappling there was that it's lame and fighting off your back is death. I know that stayed with him. I think he wins. I mean, he seems... It's crazy, man, because he's one of those dudes where, like, I mean, it's like, is he doing like Colby Covington, like Henry Cejudo type of thing? Because he'll say some wild stuff and the delivery. I think a lot of it's I feel like a lot of people in the MMA community don't necessarily disagree with a lot of the stuff that Strickland says, but his delivery is a little out there. But when it comes down to it, yeah, man, I think there's some intelligence there where he'll know what to hold on to, you know. That experience will stay with him, and when it comes time, I mean, it shows you in his style, the teep, jab, teep. That shows you right there, wait a minute. This isn't a wild, unhinged man. A wild, unhinged man wouldn't fight like this. He wouldn't have the capability to know, hey, I got to switch gears and be composed now. I got to be patient. I got to be tactful. A wild, crazy, loose cannon of a man wouldn't have the ability to switch those gears. So he's fooling everybody. Is he Tronado? Is he always just trying to like stay out of all the drama? I don't really follow him that much, so I don't know. I'm gonna sell them at the school and send you a check. Yeah, Mark Norman, he's fast, man. A lot of people try to compare him to Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald. He's a funny dude. He's a funny dude. I wish he just wouldn't. I feel like a lot of comedians they just ruin their whole, like, a lot of them just smoke too much. Like, they smoke like weed a lot, or they and I'm not saying this in a judgmental way, like, you know, some of you in the chat like, hey, I smoke weed. I'm saying, like, when you're a comedian and you're on stage or you're doing a podcast or whatever and you're high or you're drunk, it's like, I think you think you're funny because you're under the influence, but you're not as like I said this before to Melancholy. Whenever Rick Glassman and his there's like a lot of episodes he likes to start off by saying, oh yeah, I just got high, I just ate a weed brownie or whatever, and then so he's like, well, I don't even want to watch this episode then, because he always acts stupid in those ones. Same with Joe Rogan. When he would get high in the interview, he'd be smoking weed, or when he got all drunk with that dude from Everlast, bro. Do you guys remember that legendary episode when him and Everlast were like drinking too much and it seemed like they were gonna fight? It's like people don't know how to control themselves. It's just, it gets lame, it gets sloppy. And I feel like I've seen a lot of stuff with Norm, and he's just like all buzzed, and it's like, dude, don't press record when you're like that. I think you think you're funnier, but you're not. Oh, I never heard that story, Melancholy. I don't know how he met her. Oh, shoot. I like that about him, Tom. That Mosquito versus GM may come to a decision. The Mosquito has high-level distance management. You know what the problem was? It landed super close to my bottle right here. So I had to do some kung fu stuff. I had to move my bottle and land like all in one, like, and you know, it moved in time, bro. I'll get it. I'm gonna tease it. I'm gonna show some skin, and I'm gonna be waiting. I've had a burger before at some like old fashioned diner place with eggs in it, and it was pretty interesting, man. I never had the one at Red Robin. Only time I got to see him was when the Giants won a World Series and Tony Bennett sang, I left my heart. That's crazy, dude. You saw him in person? Dude. What's up, Christian? Thank you, Brandon. That's very nice of you to say after I just had a mental breakdown earlier in the stream. Thank you, bro. I haven't mentioned it, but I like it. Some fighter came out to it was the last event. Some fighter, it was a heavyweight dude. He came out to this, like the last song you would ever expect him to come out to. Does anybody remember that? I was commenting on it. I think I even sang a little bit of the song so you guys knew what song it was. It was a light-skinned heavyweight dude, and he got like TKO'd in the first round. But he came out to this, like, I feel like it was some song from maybe the 80s or something, and it might have even been like some lady singing. I was like, what the heck is he listening to? It might have been I've had the time of my life. Does that sound familiar? It was something weird like that. Shout out to the puppy. What's up, Rashad? Absolutely love Everlast music, and that podcast was first time I've ever heard him talk, and boy, did it kill my buzz. He's cool. Yeah, Melancholy. It was weird, dude. It got awkward and aggressive. Everyone in the comments was like, dude, stop. Never, ever drink on the podcast again. It was so uncomfortable. And that's back when it was live, I think. It was weird, man. Sean had a reputation with all the local gyms out in SoCal. He really is that character. I worked with one of his ex-girlfriends. She says he's crazy, but definitely smart enough at fighting to get the bag. Dude. He just knows what he's doing, dude, all the way around, I guess. He knows how to play the part. What's up, Diego? Santana. Shoot. I want to hear him play Samba Pa Ti. That's one of my favorite songs of all time. You guys know that one? What would your walkout song be? I'd walk out to complete silence, like Mike Tyson. I'm telling you, that's no emoting, no celebration. I'd come out to complete silence. I'd tell them, don't play anything. Silence. I used to think about it because I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I still don't know what I'm going to do with my life. Let me ask you guys a question. I'm going to put a poll up. Can you please be brutally honest and answer the question truthfully? Don't tell me what you think I want to hear. Say what would make you happy. What would make your heart content. I got a brown magic woman trying to put a spell on me. Her name's Jessica. Got a brown magic woman. You know what? That's funny that you say that, Angel, because my whole, like, when I was a kid, I thought he was talking about a black lady. And I thought he was saying she's black and there's like something magic about her. Like it was just like a descriptor, you know? I don't even know if I knew at the time what like that black magic was a thing. Dang, people are conflicted about this poll. It's going back and forth. It's neck and neck. Dang, it's all tied up. Oh, shoot. You see what I'm talking about now? People are always like, Flaco, bring it back, do the demonstrations. And then it's like, we can't even get a clear winner here. People don't know what they want, man. Imagine I bring Flaco out of retirement. We fix our schedules. I'm trying to pay him and everything. And then people are like, do a breakdown. What? What? Huh? I don't get it. How would that lead to him ghosting her? What? I don't get it, bro. Dude, I like that it's 50-50 actually. You know what? I like that. I like that. It would have been kind of sad if one of them was clearly blown out of the water. And then we got Turd Ferguson saying, I can't answer the poll. I like both. Gun to my head, I'm a goner. Wow, this is cool. So it's like I could make both. Wow. I didn't think it would be that close. I don't get it though, man. What did he mean by that? Why would he? That's so weird, man. And then he wasn't even going to be there. It's so weird. Oh, yeah. Walking in a dream. I love that song, man. I remember the first time I ever heard it, it was in some movie with Owen Wilson. And it made me laugh. It just sounded so funny, especially combined with like Owen Wilson. That always stuck in my beanie. Oh my gosh. I want to say thank you to a very generous yet dangerous, yet loyally consistent, yet vicious, yet supportive and encouraging, yet deadly viewer who just donated to the PayPal and who has sworn me to secrecy, or capital ELSE, or else. Thank you very much for the donation. And I'm so jealous. Stop the fight! I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Was she there? Was she in that stream hearing him say that? Angel Padilla, are you trying? Do you want me to risk my life? How do you say, do you think I'm stupid, dummy? Do you want me to risk my life? I can't put my life on the line, Angel. I could never reveal. I can't say yes. I can't say no. I did, but I think it was just a demo, actually, Diego. If I remember correctly, me and Jesse Jr. downloaded it so we could play the demo. But I can't remember any of the music. I have to go into witness protection, bro. Hey, the Mexican martial arts with Flaco is leading. It's leading now, 43% to 57%. I'm not going to risk my belt. Why does it always turn to Dr. Evil at the end? I'm not going to risk my belt. Like, whatever. Walking on a dream. That's funny. Huh. I thought the music would be like, well, that doesn't even make sense, huh? I was going to say, I thought all the music would be like Spanish, but that doesn't make any sense. FIFA exposed me to European music. Dang, what a catalyst. That's funny. It's pretty interesting. Do you have the Xbox with the disc drive or the download only one? Shoot. I'm almost positive we got the one with the disc, because I was like, heck no, I'm old school. I want to be able to put a disc in there. I think that's going to bother me now. That's going to bother me now, because I'm going to be like, I better have the one with the disc. Have I even bought a single game, like physical game? Because I think I might have got that one, but then we've just downloaded them all anyway. I feel like ever since we got the Xbox, I was never in a position to actually be able to buy any games. Um, Any poll that wins by less than 10% is legitimately useless and a scam. Change my mind. I agree, bro. I agree, bro. Oh, dude. It's winning by more than 10%. People want the videos with Flaco. Edited breakdowns with footage is 43%, and the Mexican martial arts tutorials are at 57 now. Oh, shoot. 23 people voted out of 65 people. Is there anybody else that wants to vote? Is there anybody else that wants your voice to be heard? Anybody else? Is there anybody else who's been dead for the past couple decades that wants to vote? Is there any illegal immigrants that want to vote? Please do now or forever hold your mouth shut whenever I make videos that you don't like. Oh, we got some more votes. Thank you. They're closing the gap. People want the edited breakdowns. It kind of surprises me, to be honest with you. I thought it would be a landslide. There's a piece of me that's kind of sad that it's not unanimous, that people don't want me and Flaco to just make the tutorials. I thought for sure that would be it. Dude, I'm the worst at FIFA. Jesse Jr. destroys me, bro. I don't even know if I've ever made a single goal. GOAT commentary crew would be GM, Dan Hardy, and DJ Dillashaw. Dang, you like Dan Hardy, bro? So we do have the one that has a disc. I knew it. Okay, good. I was gonna be so annoyed, cause I remember. Shoot, I think it was like it was 2 Christmases ago that we got it, dude. It's old now. It was 2 Christmases ago, and I remember they were like, we only have the ones where you could download the games. And I was like, well, then I think some people go to the store and they're just too excited and they want to go home with something. And I kept telling Marilena, nope. I got to have the discs. And we just kept looking and looking until we finally found one that took the discs. Pretty soon, they're just going to want you to download the game straight into your brain, bro. GM, that's the move. What's that? Erythropoietin? What the? That's the move, guys. That's the move. Buys the Xbox. Like, heck, no, vato, we gotta have the disc drive, but never buys the. Yeah, something I would do. I spent all the money on the Xbox, and then I was like, I can't afford games. Can we add more stand-up shorts? Turd Ferguson, I hate it. I hate to be that dude, man. I've said it before. It's just. It's hard to do things that the algorithm doesn't reward, you know? Because I only did it a couple times. But wait, did I do it more than once? I apologize. Um, the problem, bro, is I hate to say it, but there's no way around it. Um, YouTube makes a bad setup. And as a creator, it's like you can't do something if you know it's not gonna get rewarded and you're gonna not be able to pay your rent, you know? And unfortunately, me doing stuff like that I think is funny and that I feel like people would enjoy, I can't do it because I have to tell Marilena at the end of the month that, hey, I did fun stuff and YouTube didn't pay me. It's gross. I know. I hate it, bro.
Family.
I'm trying to figure it out constantly. Thank you, ARJR. Thank you, dude. Thank you for blessing CS Not Lewis. The Chronicles of Narnia. Give me a break. This is live. Rob's neighbor says, I voted Flaco. I was here when he was in diapers. Dang. He was here when his diaper got ripped open on the judo throw. Dang. On the Fuchimata. Dang. You should poll on different nights and do the average. You might get a different answer. Yeah. Jane's not even here. Jane's ditching tonight. I don't think I've ever listened to their podcast. Okay, I like that people are torn up about the poll. Sorry it doesn't reward you because I laughed my butt off at the one I saw. It makes me feel bad, Turd Ferguson, because I don't want to be a dude that's like, sorry, I'm only going to do it if it makes me rich. It's gross. I don't want to be like that. But, you know, at the same time, for people who do understand, like all of us here, me and all of you, we all live in the real world, you know. And if I try to pursue stuff that I know, I already know it's going to fail in certain aspects, then it's like, dude, I'm just like burning my own family, you know. I hate it, but yeah. For another Flaco reunification. The Golden Girl. What's the Golden Girl? Oh, Oscar De La Hoya is the Golden Boy. I don't care who says what. Oscar De La Hoya is the Golden Boy, is the Mexican martial arts GOAT. Oh, dang, you're a De La Hoya fan? Dude, I've never known anyone loyal like you, bro. Dude, I'm going to end it on 50-50. It was literally 50-50. Wow. That's funny. That's funny. Interesting. Let me ask you guys this. We're just chilling out, right? You guys don't have high expectations, right? We're just chilling. We're just having a good time. We're just having a good time here. Oh, shoot. Nina Drama. There's a video where Nina Drama confronted Giorgio Poulas, that dude that was slapping Armin. And she's like Armin's girlfriend. I wonder what she said. I'll have to watch it later. Dang, he's like 3'2". Dang. It looks like she actually was confronting him. I don't think she was being like funny. She doesn't even respect her husband and demands respect. Such a cringe lady. Her husband with UFC. She gets mad about people making comments like that, which wasn't a crazy comment. But when she does her skit, she completely plays into it and embraces it. Funny how she finds this disrespectful. Imagine how her boyfriend feels. Okay, so obviously she was like, oh, Giorgio probably said something about Armin. You know what? Let me listen to it. I want to know what I'm talking about here. Hold up. Oh. Oh, this dude Giorgio Pola said, "Give me a date with your girlfriend Nina, and I'll give you 10K." He said that during the conference for RAF on the mic. 10K. What do you say? And Armin said, "What'd you say?" You give me a date with your girlfriend. Give me a day with your girlfriend Nina, and I'll give you 10K. And Armin leaned in like he didn't understand what he said, and he goes, "My girlfriend." Like, huh? What? Why would anybody ever come to that conclusion? My 10K, does we shake the hand? Well, you give me a date with your girlfriend Nina, and I'll give you 10K. What he said? Uh-oh. What he said? And now it's showing a different perspective. It's showing Nina Chama leaning against the wall, observing this going down. So she was just waiting the whole time to go confront him.
Hey, Giorgio. What was that? What was that? That was shitty promo. Respectfully. It was disrespectful. What part? The part where you mentioned me up there. Disrespectful. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. No, because you were nice in the lobby, and I took a picture. And I was trying to be really respectful, but I didn't like that shit. I didn't like it. I apologize. Whatever. It's fine.
Wow, she's disgusting. She's disgusting. Wow, what a hypocrite, man. I don't know if I've ever witnessed that level of delusion on a live stream. I have to correct myself because I've seen some delusion. But dude, like if you haven't seen that video, you gotta go watch it. It's the RAF press conference, and it's Giorgio Poulas, or I don't even know how you say his name. And he's telling Armin, they were making some kind of bet about 10K, and he's like, "I'll give you 10K if you give me a day with your girlfriend." And Armin's like, "What? What'd you say?" He's like, "I'll give you 10K if you let me have a day with your girlfriend." And then Nina drama. And then Nina goes up to him after. She's like, "Hey, Giorgio, I didn't like that. That was really blank." She said a bad word. "What you said, I didn't like that. That was disrespectful. I took a picture with you earlier, and you were acting so nice. But what is this blank? I don't like that. That's disrespectful." It's like, bro, that's disrespectful? Your whole existence is disrespecting yourself. Forget about the whatever you have, the fake husband or boyfriend or whatever relationship that is. Let's say you guys got an open relationship. You disrespect yourself on the daily. You've made yourself a commodity. You've made yourself an object. You objectify yourself willingly for views and for money, and you make a joke out of it. Wow, I was able to kind of laugh at the stuff she did before and kind of defend her here and there and be like, you know what? Maybe some of it's cringy, but she makes me laugh here and there. You know what? You got to hand it to her. She is kind of mixing stuff up. She is trying to do something different. I get it. Okay. It's not for everybody, but I don't want to support her in any form or fashion. She just seems like a twisted, fake person. That was gross. Wow. Breakdown with Flaco. Breakdown with Flaco it is. That's the best of both worlds. Dang. Marloca, thank you for the membership.
We are family. 'Cause I got all my homies
Thank
with
you very
me.
much for blessing Noctis Hill. Who would be your favorite UFC fighters to train with? Oh, man. Probably DC. DC just seems like such a funny dude to be around. He just seems like an exuberant, jolly dude. Khabib. Just take me to AKA 2-3 years and forget, bro. Turd Ferguson stand-up fund. I'm a small business owner. I'll try and make payments toward the next one, dude. You're the best, bro. You're the best, bro. Shoot. Dude, I gotta screenshot you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you liking that little segment enough to even, say something like this and support in this way. I really appreciate that, man. So I definitely will keep it on my radar and do what I can, because I liked it, man. I felt like I was onto something, man. I felt like, you know what, this is different. No one's doing anything like this. And it was like, oh, maybe there's a reason. I guess it didn't matter, but thank you, man. De La Hoya wore the cafeteria hairnet on the wrong part of his body. That's so weird and cringe. Yeah, it was, he was cringe, though, to say that. Yeah. Like, she was being super weird. Like, it was so two-faced and inauthentic and hypocritical what she did. But I can't even imagine saying what he said either. Like, I mean, yeah, man, let other people be, like, other people are weird and they're cringy, and that's why we talk about it. But then he inserted himself into that, and then he made himself cringy. Yeah. I've watched you 2 years. I don't ever comment on any videos, but you're the man.
My flow goes deep like the ocean. Burn so hard, got the lotion.
Amazing.
I might hit the 3-wheel motion. Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. You know what? I think about it sometimes. It's not it. The vast majority, like the high percentage of people on YouTube, they don't comment. Like, think about all the videos you guys watch throughout whatever your week. Like, I watch a embarrassing amount. Well, I wouldn't say watch, but I consume, like, because I'm listening to stuff all day. I consume a embarrassing amount of content daily, weekly, and I am like, I have to admit, I try. I really do try. I've been getting better at it lately to force myself to really stop what I'm doing and comment on certain videos and give them thumbs up and even hype them, because I'm like, you know what? I know what it's like to be a YouTuber. I want to support these people. I've been here. I've been listening to their video for an hour. It's the least I could do. So I'll try to force myself to do that. But I have to admit, there's a lot that I just listen to video after video after video after video, and I'm not, most people don't comment. You have to really have a connection and really be in that community. And like, we got this core of people here where we just got this cool back and forth now. But for the most part, people don't. So I really appreciate you coming out from hiding and saying something, because I know it's a big gesture to actually stop what you're doing, put some thumbs on the phone, actually say something. It means a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Luke. I hope you continue to stick around. I've said it before. Whatever I've done in the past and however fun it was, I 100% believe that the best stuff is on the way. So I hope you stick around. You know what? I'm not going to hold you guys much longer. We got a long day tomorrow. We got an event tomorrow. And I have every intention of being here from start to finish. And I just kind of took a peek and realized how late it was. I should get in there before everybody starts falling asleep and going to bed, and make an appearance and kind of reset a little bit, But I'm very glad that you guys were here and that you joined me. There was a little part of today where I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go live. I wasn't really feeling in high spirits, But I'm glad I did, and I'm glad you guys showed up, and I'm glad that you were here to listen to me, and to talk me off the top turnbuckle. I appreciate you very much. I hope that you guys are able to join me mañana around 2 o'clock. Now, if everything goes flawlessly and effortlessly, I'm going to go live maybe. I'm going to go live hopefully like 30 minutes or so, even before the event starts, just to get a good flow going. But whatever, as you trickle in, we'll be here for you. That's where my views are coming from. Wait, where are your views coming from? Dude, my mind is fried right now. Thank you, Seven Plague, you as well. Blessings, Angel. Juice Box representing. Rest easy, Tom Bout. Thank you so much, Tom Bout. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Rob's neighbor. You know it, bro. You know it. I got to start being a good civilian and leaving some comments, That's where they're all coming from. I should have put that together, man. Yeah, I'm glad I showed up, Jessica. I did have some fun as well. I definitely had some fun. Thank you, ARJR, for one for the road. I appreciate it. And congratulations, OG Feet OG Feet Muncher. Dude, that's the funniest combo. Muncher. I'm about to go munch on some feet. You're good, Grandmaster. Keeping me going in the shop. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. You know that grind. You know that grind in the shop and on the YouTubes. I know, dude. I'm just burning the candle at both ends, dude. I need to do better. I need to get some sleep. All right. I will see you guys mañana. I'm going to be so refreshed and recharged. It's so exciting. You guys be safe out there. Hasta mañana.